on. How about your number one priority at the JAIC this year? Got a lot of stuff going on over there.
Yeah, so we've got a number of number one priorities.
Give us your top dog.
So just like Gil said, I think the JAIC's now about 2 years old, and we're now at a point where we feel we've had enough Pathfinder projects across a multi-dimensional set of data types and use cases and things to understand generally what the scope of the problem is. Congress just recently tasked the JAIC with a pretty big job to inventory, just like Gil pointed out over at the VA, is to inventory what's actually going on in AI across the DoD. So one of the things we're working on very hard is once we have this inventory, we now understand, we're going to apply basically an intelligence layer on top of it of who's where, in terms of the maturity of different services and agencies, where we need to focus our attention in terms of either assistance or getting out of the way in other cases. And then there's a second thing of, I have a very big bias on sort of a lot of the work going on in the AI world today is what I really call sort of focus on narrow AI problems, right? So these are all the building block foundational areas around specific use cases or specific data types. The real interesting stuff for us at the DoD, I believe, comes in the second and third wave of really things around like modeling and simulation, reasoning and intelligence, which is on another dimension, if you may. And that's where we're starting to do work around things like, commanders, COA generation, or things like targeting and other pieces there, which become a lot more complicated. They're built on the basic sort of narrow AI building blocks, but deploying things like AI to the tactical edge in a denied, degraded environment, right? You're dealing with UAVs with hardware, you're dealing with very sophisticated algorithms crammed onto a very small system with battery packs and limited CPU and memory, the communications models, et cetera. So these are all bigger problems that we have to think through that are really going to deliver sort of that next gen of stuff after we're done with the basic AI pieces. That's another big area. So we have to sort of chew gum and walk at the same time of getting the stuff done that's easy, but then setting ourselves up for the sort of next gen use cases that is really where I think the real exciting stuff comes.
Yeah.